Your moisturiser is all sunk into your skin. I'm going to get my primer, pop that on so it holds the foundation on for the rest of the day, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to use my Smashbox Photofinish primer. Absolutely love this one because you can see how matte it goes as soon as it goes on. I'm just going to use my big duo fibre brush today. Just feels like really easy. It's a big brush as well, so it'll go on really quickly. So the quicker the better for me in the mornings. Too tired to think. I do it a little bit down my neck as well. You don't really have to, but I quite like doing it down my neck. Just gives a really nice finish and feeling to the skin. So once that's all on, you can see how the skin just goes really matte. So it'll keep it on and hold it in place. If you didn't want to put anything on, I'd probably just put on a moisturiser and a primer, and you can head out a bit of mascara. But we're going to go for a little bit more today. Not too much, but a little more. So I'm going to use my Face and Body by MAC. This is a really old bottle, as you can probably see. I think it's worn off. But again, I need to get a new one, it's nearly empty. Again, just a small amount of product to this. I use my same brush again. I'm going to keep it really simple today. I don't want to use too many products. So just popping that all over the skin, working out from the nose area first. Just so you can get a little bit more product in those areas. Because you can tend to go a little bit more red, or your pores are a bit more open there, so more coverage is better. Now, I go over my lips. Some people don't like to because it sort of washes them out, but I bring them back to life afterwards, so it's up to you either way. Okay, so sorry if I look a little bit different than I did a second ago because I forgot to record this yesterday, so I'm just re-recording this bit for you, just so we can go through the concealer, bronzer and blusher. So we're going to do a tiny bit of concealer underneath the eyes. Again, using a very dewy concealer will keep the eyes looking quite fresh, so nothing too heavy. Again, we want this to look really soft. So just remember to go right up into the inner corner of the bridge of your nose, because if you don't, the eyes can still look really dark and quite tired. So using our big fluffy brush, this is MAC 224 I think, or 226, I'll find out and I'll write it below. We're just going to start off by buffing, just in little circles, and it's a very gentle brush as well, because you don't want to be too harsh underneath the eyes because the skin is so much thinner. So that the less dragging the better. So just make sure that's all buffed into the foundation. And you can do a little press and action as well. So if you want any other areas covered, so like around the nose, on the chin, I get very red here, so having a little bit more coverage there is better for me because it just looks a little bit more even. Using the same brush as well. As I said earlier, the less brushes the better. So using our MAC Medium Dark Mineralize. I'd use my Medium Plus, but I've just run out, so I'm just going to go into Medium Dark, but I'm just going to use it really softly. And just doing a really nice fluffy brush, because I don't want the cheekbones to be too harsh today, so I'm not going to use an angle brush. And just dust it on the cheekbones first, get the colour there, and then what's ever left on your brush you can just dust around the rest of the face. And I'm just going to finish it off the face with a little bit of blusher. It's more of like a blusher bronzer. It's got a shimmer to it, and it has a few tones to it as well, so it's got some pinks, peaches and bronzies in there. So starting off by the apples of the cheeks and just dusting it into the bronzer. Okay, so moving on to the eyes. What I want to do is create a very subtle eyeshadow look. Again, if you don't want anything on, don't put anything on, just put a little bit of mascara and you're good to go. So just brush my brows up into place. I'm going to get more of a, I'm going to get a bigger flat brush today. So something more like that. Again, the bigger the brush, the quicker it will be applied. So I'm going to use my Smashbox Full Exposure palette. And in this, I'm probably going to use this one today. I don't want it to be too shiny, otherwise I normally go for this one. Tap off any excess, and we're just going to press it and roll it. This will create a very soft eye look. So it really just brightens and opens out the eyes. Now I always find if I've just got this on, this part of my eye always looks really closed until you put mascara on. So I'm going to create a little bit of shadow in the outside corner just to create a little bit more sort of 3D depth in there. So I'm actually going to go back to my concealer brush. We use that brush, might as well. The less brushes, the better. So let's go for this one today. Very subtle sort of contour colour. Normally I actually use this colour in my brows because it's a bit more ashy, but I feel like I'm going to go for this on my eyes today. So as you can see, I'm just going in this C-section here of the eye, pressing my brush into where my bone is, and I'm just letting it come out of that bone and curve around my eye. And what this does is it creates that shape of that oval eye, but just on the outside. So I'm only going about halfway up, and I'm just bringing it out more on the outside, and as I come in, I'm bringing it into the eye. And that just creates a more open eye space for you. Again, a bit more product, tap off any excess, and into that crease, and let it naturally come over. Now every eye shape is different, so depending if you have more hooded eyes or deep set eyes or wide eyes, anything like that, it will change. So I'll also do a video on different eye shapes and how to create them and make them look their best. Okay, so now the eyes have had that shadow on them. I'm going to create a little bit more depth just around the lash line. I'm going to pop a little bit of mascara on after that. So I'm going to use not a very hard brush. It's actually a little bit softer on top. I use it a lot for lip brush, but it's actually quite a nice way of getting a very soft eye without being too harsh. So I'm going to go for a little bit of a darker colour this time, so I'm going to go for one above that. Tap off any excess. I'm just going to come a bit closer to this one, because this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go right underneath these lashes here. So what you want to do is put your brush underneath the lashes and across that lash line. Staying on the outside and getting softer as you come to the inside. Because again, what that'll do is make your eyes seem more open. So again, same colour. And I'm going to come in, and you fell off my chair. Go under those lashes. And just move it along sideways. And again, this creates more of an open eye. You can do a little bit on the top if you want. Today I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it quite simple, so it's dark enough for my day look. And I'm going to move on to mascara. Now, again, you can curl your lashes if you'd like to, but I had mine LVL, so I'm not actually going to curl them today. I'm just going to push my product, my mascara, straight through my lashes, and I'm going to give them a little shimmy. And use the edge of the actual wand to sort of push them out as well. Now if you get any on your eyeshadow like that, don't worry, I'm going to show you how to fix that. So just leave it until you finish the eyes. And when you do mascara, push the inside in towards the nose, push the middle up, and push the outside towards your hair. And this will create a fanned look for the eyes. Please tell me you've been recording. Okay, sorry, panicked for a sec because I didn't think I was recording the whole thing. So I'm just going to go back to where I was on mascara, and I'm going to come into my fanning. So as I was saying, in towards the nose, up in the middle, and out on the outside. So you create that fan look. My lashes aren't actually really doing what I want today, but you get days like that. Any sort of clumps as well, Just sort of try and spread out with the brush. If there's loads of product on the brush, don't try and do it because it will become more cloggy. So underneath the eyes, just again fan out the lashes. You can give them a bit of a shimmy if you want, if it's easier for your eyes. I'm getting mascara everywhere today. I don't know what's wrong with me. So as you can see, the mascara makes a huge difference on your eyes. Everyone knows that. So we've just created more of a subtle eye today, but it's still a little bit more than some people would like to do because everyone's natural is different. So depending on how much you would like to put on for your natural day look, you can apply as much as you want or as little as you want. So I'm just gonna get a little cotton bud and I'm just gonna clear up these areas that I've made a mess of today. So using a dry cotton bud, what you wanna do for these areas that you've got a little bit of mascara on is you're just gonna dust them away. If you've got a really stubborn one like waterproof mascara, then they're not as easy to scrub away. You can use a little bit of cleanser, but try and avoid using cleanser because it's going to take off the makeup that you've already just done there, whereas a dry cotton bud will just pick up any mascara that has sort of fallen on the skin or you've accidentally pressed on the skin from your mascara wand. Using my Wunderbrow, I'm just going to get a little bit of product onto my brush. I'm just using my angle brush for this. And I'm just going to come in with the angle facing out towards the hairline. I'm just going to create a little bit more of a sharper line on the bottom edge. I find if you go from the bottom edge first, you create a nice neat line and you get a lot more frame to your brows. And then just coming up to the top, just what's ever left on my brush, and pressing through my brows. Outside corner, again using down and downward strokes, create that nice edge. If you'd like to put a little bit of highlight on, you can. I'm not going to today, I'm just going to keep it quite subtle, less products the better. So, lips. So I'm just going to create a really soft lip liner. My top lip is always really small, so I try and create it a little bit bigger, but without going too much over the outside line. So having that lip liner on there does enhance mine, even if it's a really neutral colour. That's just Boldly Bare from MAC. It's quite a nice colour. I'm going to use Buff by Bobbi Brown. It's a very light lip gloss colour. It's also a really creamy product. And it isn't too sticky, which I quite like. But it almost makes your lips feel really plumped. And I quite like that effect on mine, because I don't have big lips. The bigger the better. Okay, so we've come to the end of our natural day makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and hopefully learnt something. I will write any of the products that I've used below, so have a little look, see if there's anything that you wanted to know the names of, and you'll also find my social media down there, so my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So please follow me and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's any other videos that you'd like me to do, just give me a comment below and hopefully I can do them for you.